how does a 5-course meal with the perfect wine pairing for each dish at Albuquerque's premier fine dining venue sound? Delicioso, yeah?
Yeah, very good. Tom Fichera, the sommelier from Vernon's Hidden Valley Steakhouse, joins us this morning. Good morning.
Welcome, welcome.
Thanks for coming.
I have to say, we love having you here, but I came into Vernon's on Saturday night, so I am speaking from experience. I'm not speaking as a TV host promoting something.
Okay.
I had the best experience on Saturday night at Vernon's for so many reasons. The service, and of course partially due to you, the food, the drinks, the entertainment, the atmosphere, everything from Giacomo at the door. It was a perfect night.
We were on fire this weekend.
It
was a wild weekend.
Oh yeah. Well, Ryan McGarvey drew in quite the crowd.
Yeah. It was diverse.
Yes, and I love those almond joys. Thank you, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Almond joy drink. Get it at Vernon's.
And you like your new St. Clair drink?
Yeah, it was like St. Germain, right?
Yeah, the St. Germain.
Oh, that was delicious.
Yeah.
I love that.
I can't wait to come Thursday. You're having a big wine event Thursday.
We're doing a big wine event. We are really, really fortunate. We have some pretty special people joining us this upcoming Thursday. We're going to do the Miguel Torres winery, but it's Miguel Torres out of Chile. And Miguel Torres is all over the world. You know, they're really famous. They've been a winemaking family in Spain for 300 years.
Wow.
And then in 1979, they moved over to Chile, third-generation winemakers over there. And then in Napa, they also have Torres Estates up in Napa. So we are very fortunate because the person that we are going to have that's going to be hosting it, I have to look up my notes to pronounce his name, is Fritjof Noll.
Fritjof Noll.
And he is the only person he answers to is Miguel Torres.
Really?
He is the #2 man, but he also manages the U.S. portfolio.
Oh my gosh.
He is going to be there. That's the reason why we're so fortunate to have him.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it really is.
So it's a
exciting.
Wine tasting? Everybody can taste the different varieties?
It's going to be, counting the reception, it's going to be 6 courses.
Okay.
Because we're going to have a 1-hour reception.
Right.
And in the 1-hour reception, we are going to be doing, they have their version of a Grand Marnier that they make out of Chile.
Yum.
And so that is going to be that Vanessa's going to come up with a featured drink. Yes, you are, Vanessa. If you don't know that, I'm letting you know right now.
She's an awesome bartender, by the way.
So that's going to be going on right there. And then it is 5 courses. Now, 5 courses sounds like a lot, but it's tasting portions.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Also, you're going to say, how am I going to get home after 5 courses?
Right.
Well, we have a relationship with a transportation service called the Q.
Oh,
and,
that's
you know,
fantastic.
for like $20, you know, they'll take your car home with you.
Wow.
And the whole thing. It's called
$20
it's called a follow service. That does not mean that they're going to follow you, watch you drive home as you get pulled over and tape it.
No.
You know, they're going to be doing all that. So
well, $20 is more than worth, number one, your safety, your life, and staying legal, doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
So it's certainly worth it.
Now, for the first course, we are going to be doing right here, it's going to be a Cabernet Sauvignon Rosé.
Okay.
And
you like rosés, don't you?
I do. I like rosé more than the champagnes on there and the sparkling wines.
Right.
And that's going to be our first course there. That's going to be paired with a beef tartare. And if you remember last time we had Craig here, he talked about how beef tartare is scraps. It's not really scraps. Okay.
No, it was
you
really
have a
good.
whole tenderloin, you have the head, you have the tail that you can't use when you're talking about center cut, and then you have a chain. We're going to be mixing that in with some dried mushrooms. So it's really, really rich. So it's nice that you have something like this that has crisp, dry acids that will be going along with that. So that'll be your first course.
Okay.
The second course is going to be a Gewürztraminer.
Say that again?
A Gewürztraminer.
Gewürztraminer.
A Gewürztraminer.
Okay. And what is that?
And a Gewürztraminer is... normally, if you would have that from California, it would be more on the sweet side. This is going to be more of a German Alsatian style, so it's going to be dry, and that's going to be served with our second course on there, which is going to be a mascarpone cheese that's wrapped in puff pastry. So, you know, you're talking about something that's really rich. So you need to have something that has a little bit of tropical fruits that'll help you along on there. So that's where we're going to go there.
It's a good mix so far, though, from where you start to where you go.
Right, and the nice thing about it is a lot of these wines, the first 3 wines are all reserve wines. This is a wine that you can't even get, and this is a wine that's just been released. So there's going to be some really neat stuff going on there.
I love those that you can't even get, so you kind of feel like you're in an exclusive club.
Well, I think the fact that we have the #2 guy from the company joining us has a lot to do with it.
I certainly do. Now, what about course 3?
Course 3 is going to be a reserve Shiraz.
Ooh, Shiraz.
Shiraz, Syrah, same grape. Depending on where the region is, you know, some Chile does Shiraz, you got Australian that does Shiraz.
Okay.
And so that is going to be going off with our New Mexico grown lamb. And this company that we're using, it's the only company in the entire country that dry ages their lamb.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody else does dry aging. And this is a New Mexico product, so we feel real good about that.
That's a nice thing. Well,
yeah,
agriculture here is incredible.
Really, really nice. Then we are moving into what we call an old a Manzo. And a Manzo is an old vine Cabernet. Manzo, that is a gentleman of one of the gentlemen that used to be the governor of Chile, so they named it after him.
Okay. And what are we pairing that with?
And that is going to be paired with a center cut beef tenderloin. That'll be served with cipollini onions.
So good.
So,
well, I had the filet the other night, and I had the lobster tail, and that in it. I mean, everything I have ever tasted, I'm not just saying this, the food at Vernon's is spectacular. It really is.
We do a nice job there. Craig works hard. And then we have a really interesting thing. We have a Tempranillo, which is an Italian grape that was grown in Chile. That's going to be served with our dessert course.
Ooh, which
now,
is?
Tempranillos, usually when you get into an older, they get phenomenal as they get older.
It's a good aged wine.
It is.
Is it sweeter?
Well, it has a little bit of some chocolate overtones, which is going to be great. It's going to go with the chocolate torte that we're going to be serving that night. Now, here's the big surprise. If you give us a call over at Vernon's, and you say, you know how we have to have passwords?
Yes.
If you say, Nikki and Chrissy sent me, two things are going to happen. One, that puts you into a drawing to when myself and the chef will come to your house and do a 6-course meal.
Wow.
With,
very cool.
With wine pairings, but you have to have that password.
Can
that
we
I just
say
mentioned.
Nikki and Kristen?
I know.
All right. And then, Nikki and Kristen are going to be joining us. So come and have some dinner
I would love
with some of our local stars.
Yeah, is it 6 o'clock, right? Is
it starts at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
But
so
you have to ask for Tom. You have to give the password, and then we get you into a hat that does it. You qualify for a drawing.
Okay.
And again, myself and the chef will come to your house personally and cook dinner along with a 6-course meal. So there's a little big surprise.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
You could have like the bachelor dates. You know when they go on the Bachelor, they have these dates and they have people come and cook for them, bring them wine, and you're like, it's TV. But it can happen in real life.
This is worth it. So please give us a call. It'll be, to have all these wines. And now I'm not going to tell you the price because we're going to also have, if you ask for myself, Tom, there's also going to be a special New Mexico style price. Okay.
See, it pays to watch New Mexico style. It really does. Now, what about, so this is Thursday starting at 6, and then Valentine's Day, of course, is next week.
Don't even bother calling us.
And is it just going to be a madhouse?
I take that back. Michael, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
No, I want people to know, though, because if they're expecting to be able to get in and it's too late, I want them to know.
Well, it's weird. The history of the restaurant, as we get closer to the date, people's plans change.
Oh, they sure do.
They get into arguments. They get into arguments. I never want to have dinner with you again. So right now we are completely sold out, but slots will open up as we get closer to the date.
Okay.
Also on Sunday, Saturday, Friday, and then, people are also celebrating Valentine's next Wednesday.
Wow.
So consider that.
Okay, good.
The Wednesday after Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so if you can't get in the night you want, there's other opportunities. And, of course, you don't want to miss Thursday. The event, again, February 10th, this Thursday, 6 o'clock in the evening. We're actually going to put it up on the screen so you can take a look. And, of course, as well, we will put up that location so you know exactly where you need to go. 6855 4th Street Northwest in Los Ranchos. And, you get that special discount, of course, if you call and say you
asked for Tom.
You asked for Tom, and you saw him with Nikki and Kristen on New Mexico style. It's amazing. We'll be back after the break.